In India, shadow puppetry was and still is mostly a sacred ritual. Different regions have different music, different aesthetics, reflecting the culture of the region, and even a different stage design to suit the size and style of puppets. The craftsmanship of the puppets is typical to the tradition, and of course, the language is different too. Shadow puppet performances are always performed after dark. This could be a temple courtyard, or the village square, or even under a banyan tree. The entire community gathers for these performances, which last through the night and often night after night. The stage is a simple square platform erected with bamboo, a cotton sheet stretched across the frame, and lamps. In some places, the traditional oil lamps has given way to the electric bulb. Rituals offering to Lord Ganesh, the elephant god, opens the play. The puppeteers dedicate the show to the gods and Ganesha's blessings for a successful performance. This social religious event is looked forward to for months. The puppeteer family goes in advance wherever the performance has been commissioned in the region. The themes and stories, all the forms are usually drawn from the Hindu epics Ramayana, Mahabharata and Purans. But in recent times, some folk tales and recent legends have been included in the repertoire. The narration and music are always very strong in all the forms. A sense of rhythm and dance is inherent. Puppeteers dance with ankle bells backstage while manipulating to the accompaniment of music, percussion, and song. The puppets are supported with a vertical bamboo stick. Some characters have many joints and hinges to give movement. For example, the dancer, a character common to many traditional performances. The intricate process of making the puppets has remained virtually unchanged for hundreds of years. Traditionally made from deer leather, puppets are now made from goat skin. New puppets are made by first making an outline. Perforations are punched into the leather to make intricate lace-like designs. Color may be used at this stage. When held against the screen, with a light behind, these puppets show beautiful shadows onto the screen. The delicacy of the shadow depends on the thickness of the leather. The puppets coming from different regions of India have kept alive their own unique traditions. 6 major shadow puppetry traditions exist even today. In Orissa, Ravanchaya. Andhra Pradesh, Tolu Bomlatta. Tamil Nadu, Tolu Bomalattam. Kerala, Tolpavakuthu. Karnataka, Tugalu Gombayatta. And in Maharashtra, Chamracha Bahulya. In eastern India, Orissa. These puppets are from Ravanchaya puppet tradition. The style is defined by dramatic and stark outlines. The puppets have little movement as they have no joints. The stories use many props like trees, huts, mountains, palaces to create the ambience. Usually a simple orchestra. Singers and musicians sit either in front of or behind the stage with their musical instruments. The shadows move rhythmically on the screen to the beat of the music. In Tamil Nadu, Tolu Bomalatta puppets have a very rustic sense of humor in their execution as well as manipulation. The puppet lampoons and politicians make bawdy jokes. Only one master puppeteer handles dexterously all the puppets and gives the voice for them as well. The rhythm and sound effects are emphasized with foot-tapping boards. The family supports the master with music and rhythm. In Kerala, Tholpavakuttu, in contrast, has a team of at least 15 puppeteers. The fixed stage, called the Kuthumadam, is a unique feature among the shadow puppetry traditions of India. It is built in the grounds of the temples of goddess Bhadrakali. The master puppeteer is given a title Pulavar. He is learned and well respected in the community. The commissioned performances continue for 21 nights. The 21 traditional coconut oil lamps throw dramatic shadows on the screen. In the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh, shadow puppets are called Tolu Bomalatta. The puppets are life-size. They are made with translucent goat skin, which shows off the elaborate designs, detailed jewelry, and specially crafted clothing. Both sides of the puppet are colored and used during the performance. The skillful manipulation makes the most of the many-jointed puppets. Women play an equal role in practicing, holding, and passing on this oral tradition. Similarly, in Karnataka, shadow puppets Tugalu Gombiatta are very stylized. The legendary characters like Ram, Sita and Arjun follow this aesthetic, whereas the commoners are much simpler and caricatures of village folk. The fight scenes are especially lively and popular. Shadow puppeteers are generational, and therefore the children begin to learn at a young age by watching and assisting the elders. By the time he is 15, he is considered capable of handling a puppet by himself. The entire family is part of the troupe. Families perform together and live together. Unfortunately, the art of shadow puppets is fading. There are fewer calls for performances. To make ends meet, the shadow puppeteers have to turn to other sources to earn their livelihood. This could be crafts, farming, or casual labor. Safeguarding this intangible cultural heritage of the world will ensure a livelihood and continuity in the lives of these simple folks. They have no other source of real identity except that of a shadow puppeteer.
ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅತಿದೇವರದಿಂದ ಬರಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾರಣವೇನು ಅಣ್ಣ ಧೀರಾಗ್ರಗಣ್ಯ.